The physicist Albert Bartlett said, "The greatest shortcoming of the human race is its inability to understand exponential function." Tesla hasn't always been this fast-growing company that you see in front of you today. It has seen its fair share of struggles both in the stock price and operationally. Hi, I'm Jonathan and I don't own a Tesla, but I do own Tesla stock. I'm not here to give you financial advice, but I just want to share a little bit about what I've learned about this innovative company called Tesla. Of course, we're going to dive into the daily tweets of the Tesla community and see what the smart people over there are saying, so let's jump in. So our first tweet comes from the smartest man himself. Elon Musk says, "Recruiting ace engineers for Giga Berlin. We'll interview in person tomorrow on site. Send resume to blank." So it's pretty wild how the pace of Tesla is going. They're pretty much expanding to Europe at a rapid pace with Giga Berlin coming soon. And now they're already hiring engineers and meeting with officials, and it's just going really fast. So our next tweet comes from Vincent, and he's saying that Tesla is starting installation of 15 megapacks at Carpinteria, Santa Barbara County. I hope I said that right. So this is called the VESR project, and it's not going to fulfill the entire need of that county, but it is going to at least stabilize the grid. That grid is notorious for having power outages, and this will at least stabilize it by 10%. In the Tasmanian blog, it does say that the project begins output in December, and there's 4 additional battery projects in the area expected to be launched by 2021. So that being said, with the multiple battery packs, that should stabilize the area quite well and hopefully accelerate the area to sustainable energy. Okay, so our next tweet comes from Adam Morton. He says that Victoria plans 300 megawatt Tesla battery to help stabilize grid as renewables increase, twice as big as the Neoen Tesla battery in South Australia. Now this isn't a new state, so it's a new project, but it is really cool to see that Australia is embracing the battery tech. So this battery is going to be just outside the major city of Melbourne, and it's going to be in Geelong. It is expected to store enough energy to run about 500,000 homes for half an hour. So that's pretty good. So if you remember anything about the 100 days or less battery in South Australia, this one actually doubles that one. So just to reiterate again, Australia does prefer their coal-powered electricity, but they are embracing more and more the idea of having electricity coming from renewable sources. Okay, so our next tweet comes from Drive Tesla Canada. They say Tesla secures another big order for its semi-truck from Pride Group Enterprises. So this is a big deal. To their order sheet, they've now got an additional 500 semi-trucks on order. Now, this isn't some PR ploy by a company to try to get onto the EV bandwagon. This company, PGE, has actually done the homework. Now, according to this press release, the CEO, Sam Johal, said that the company did its homework. It spent significant resources over the past number of years to completely understand the technology, infrastructure, and capital requirements to make EV trucks a success within the existing network. So it's not about just saying, wow, we're gonna get electric trucks, but really what they've done is actually understand how much is it gonna cost. And that's a big difference between those who just order for the sake of ordering and those who actually are ordering to use in the future. Furthermore, they've already started to invest into other stuff like infrastructure, such as parking, charging, and maintenance facilities. So these things aren't the sexy investments, but that's the things that are gonna keep your company running and keep your trucks running. Okay, our next revealing tweet comes from JPR007. He's evaluating the UK auto market, and in October, both diesel and petrol went down by double figures, and the combined market share actually went down to 73.6%, down from 90%. Now, battery electric vehicles actually went up 168.7%, and that's a lot more market share. If I'm being honest, I actually didn't think a pandemic would help people switch over to EVs, but somehow it has. If anything, it shows the resiliency of this particular market during this downturn. And our final tweet today comes from Sam Corris at ARK Invest. He's a smart guy and he says this: most automakers face a trade-off for EVs between efficiency and performance. The Ioniq was one of the most efficient EVs with 4.4 miles of EPA, but 0 to 60 in 8 seconds. Now the Model 3 has an efficiency of 4.7 of EPA range per kilowatt and 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. The fact that automakers can't meet Tesla efficiency even when sacrificing performance is a sign that traditional automakers are missing the mark big time. Making an EV isn't the same as making a gas car. So as we previously noted, BMW is switching over to some EV architecture, but at the same time, they're still investing into gas-powered architecture. The focus of legacy automakers are getting spread thin, and they're going to start to focus on both gas-powered architecture, but also EV architecture. They're actually really different, and you can't actually be focused on both because one is going to suffer over the other. If anything, it would just be better if these companies just did a spin-off company and focused all their efforts into EV architecture. If they don't, they're not going to make it to the next stage. Because think about it. Current automakers actually have to think about their current businesses, how they're going to try to transition to EV architecture, how to incorporate battery cells, how to incorporate software, and then scaling that. Good luck. So that's it for today's wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. And if there's any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.